Hello, friends. How is everybody out there today? It is good to see you all. It's your good buddy SPJ back with SPJ Live. Hope you all had an awesome week so far, at wherever you are watching from, that you are doing well, that you're healthy, and that everybody's safe. I'm going to pop the cap on this sparkling orange vanilla water. That is nice. That's refreshing. Ooh, that is good. Let's see. We got 3 people in the chat right now. We got Janice Lala. Hey, Janice. Good to have you here at the beginning of the program. You usually kind of jump in towards the end, but it's good to have you here right off the bat. We got Gillis DeBilio here, as well as Mr. Albus Band himself. How you doing, Aaron? Good to see you, guys. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with StreamYard. Like, I get an email from them today being all like, hey, we made a bunch of improvements and whatnot. The quality of 720 is better than it was before. Hey, it's Riley. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you here. Yeah, send out this whole big thing about how, like, we've made all these improvements, and yet still, here I am having to open up a window for YouTube in order to see the chat that's going on. It's like the latency between your comments getting to StreamYard and the chat is just unacceptable right now. So I'm gonna have to talk to the dudes at StreamYard and see what the heck is going on here, because it's not cool. Let's see, what's been going on this week? How have I been doing? Well, this will be the second full week that I've been doing my juice fast. As many of you guys remember, last week I had my little coffee protein drink that y'all thought was a Guinness. And I had one of those just before we got started. So I'm doing pretty good. Down quite a lot of weight. I'm now down over, 13 pounds right now. something like that. So I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling like I have a little bit less, little less in the gut, which is nice. Feeling a little bit more, I have my dips and twirls with it where I'll kind of have like brain fog days and I won't quite be feeling so energetic today. Feeling pretty good. Just getting ready to move forward, show you guys some of the new gear. Riley is pretty much already knows what the amp is. You can tell by the blue lights that it's Hughes and Kettner. And we're going to, get into that in just a little bit. But, feeling good. Edited some videos that you'll be seeing, of course, in the coming weeks. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Planned out some shoots of videos that I need to have done. I'm staring at a pile of pedals over off to my right. So I'm pretty excited about that. You guys probably can tell by the way the stream happened today. Of course, we were going to be talking to Andy Kim from Sinusoid Cables today. However, about not more than 5 hours ago, I get a phone call from him saying that their neighbor in their industrial park or whatever up in Washington, the contractor doing some construction for their neighbors hit a sprinkler valve and it flooded their facility. So they've been kind of scrambling to try to make things right. And I know this flooding thing only too well. I feel so bad for all those guys there. It's yeah. Water's a bitch and a half to deal with. It's no fun. So unfortunately, Andy will not be able to join us here today on the show. We have rescheduled, so he will join us again next week. So I'm very much looking forward to that. We've also scheduled a couple other guests for the upcoming weeks. But I figured if any day we were going to have to change the program last minute, it should be this week, because usually when new gear comes in, this is usually the place that I like to actually show it to you guys for the first time. And I have had some epic new gear arrivals over the course of the last week. I've been in the span of 2 days, 2 mail days, 2 mail calls. I've received a lot of really good stuff, a lot of fun stuff, stuff that I have been wanting to get my hands on for a while, and some very unexpected things that I'm very excited to show you guys all as well. Thank you, Riley. I do appreciate you liking the tone. I like this as well. Let's see. Gilles Debilio says, everything is late. Got 3 issues of Guitar World in the mail this month. Must have been stuck in shipping. And aren't you in Canada too? So you probably have a fair amount of, lag going on there a little bit. Wow. Just so you guys know, I think this is really funny. StreamYard just caught Janice's first comment. I see only 1 comment in the StreamYard, so I'm sticking over here. It's raining tone. Too soon? Yes, Aaron. It is indeed too soon. It is indeed too soon. Water ain't nothing to fuck with. Marco Vinicio Peña Pitalua. Hugs from Mexico. Hola, Marco. ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. I know a little bit of Spanish, but it's good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. I think looks like this might be your first time joining, but please do, if you're having fun, please give this a thumbs up. That really helps us all out. And if you guys are enjoying this and want to bring more people to the table, feel free to click that share button. Share it with your friends on social media, as well as clicking that subscribe button. Let's see. Riley says, I've also decided I'm tired of making excuses for myself and the health issues, and have decided to take back my life and lose weight. Need to lose about 8 stone, so hope you do well, dude. Buddy, more power to you. Take back your health, and there's a lot that you can do. I personally think if you're looking for some really great inspiration for that, if you're looking for some really great inspiration just to in the whole journey of getting back to health, I highly recommend giving a follow either on Twitter or on Instagram, or signing up for his email list to Diamond Dallas Page. Yes, that Diamond Dallas Page from 1990s WCW. Homeboy is inspirational AF. So, and DDP yoga is something that I enjoy doing. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm going to be restarting the program again really, really soon. But I like that a lot. It's low impact, and if you want to get some extra flexibility, start working out the muscles. It's a really easy way. You can modify the workouts to make it work for you. He's really great about it. So, and thanks for the compliments on the Mandalorian too. I really appreciate that. Marco, bien, muchas gracias. Hablas muy bien en el español. Soy tu fan. Gracias, mi amigo. Wonder if he says that in the bedroom. Feel the bang. Maybe. I don't know. But good for you, Riley. Very proud of you. Riley has a question. Can I ask, do you use fuzz on the 7-string on the old tracks for CEO, or is it the rocker verb grunt? Well, there's only 2 tracks. There's only 2 CEO songs that have the 7-string on them, and none of them had fuzz. They're all just rocker verb is the lead guitar stuff, and then the Carvin V3 is the rhythm sound for those particular tracks. Having said that, I'm not opposed to using fuzz. It really all just comes down to, what exactly I'm going after in the song. Unfortunately, the way that the 7-string riffs tend to go in the band, the fuzz, even if I have like a great fuzz tone, whether it's, with the fuzz bender or any sort of muff variant like the op amp or the swollen pickle, the low end is just not at the tightness that I need it to be for such a low tuning. When it comes to stuff like, stoner and doom, sludge, old school kind of stuff, low tunings, that's totally fine. But at the very same time, I don't do a whole lot of old school stuff in CEO. So I tend to not go for the fuzz on the 7-string for most of the riffs. A show on David Crosby. Oh, that's kind of cool. Nice. I actually just watched David Crosby in a documentary recently on Netflix. It was Echo in the Canyon, where they're talking about the Laurel Canyon folk rock scene in the 60s. So that was fun. I liked that one a lot. All right, guys. Well, what do you say we check out some gear? Let's get some more thumbs up. We got eight people watching. We got 4 thumbs up. I think we can make it go up, 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 up. So let's take a look at some of this new gear, because new gear is fun. New gear is one of those things we all love. And I got some really good stuff this week. First and foremost, Riley had it right. We have the Hughes Kettner Black Spirit 200 amplifier. And boy, howdy, that looks good in the light like that. You can really see like the engravings on it. Don't know quite. There we go. Yeah, you can see the front panel real good right there. I'm quite impressed with this little amplifier. There's the back panel with the red box cab sim, speaker out, effects loop, MIDI, all that good junk. 4 sounds, clean crunch, lead, ultra, the typical sort of accompaniment of channels that you usually find on a Hughes Kettner. I was playing on a ultrasound that I've dialed in. Built-in front-end boost, shared, gain, volume, bass, middle, treble. There's a built-in noise gate on this, which is awesome. Reverb, The sagging feature, something that we'll look at more in depth when we actually get to the full-on demo of it. Really, really nice kind of stuff. Presence resonance for the power amp master volume. We have a headphone input on the front, as well as and a line output, I believe. Yeah, line output on that one. Let's see. We also have DI output is balanced, mic line switch on that. But there's also built-in effects on this. So there's a really nice reverb. There's delay. There's modulation with chorus, phaser, flanger, and tremolo. And that sound that I built and was playing at the top of the video was actually an ultrasound in the amp section with some of the reverb, the built-in noise gate, and some echo. Really light echo, nothing too heavy, nothing too overly complicated and fancy. But guys, I was already kind of really curious about this, and I had played it a couple times before at NAMM and was really impressed with what I had played so far. But now having it actually in the studio, having it in my home, and having it in my hands, it's a really robust package. It definitely makes the case for sort of your all-in-one, all you could ever need lunchbox amplifier, really. And it's, you know, spirit tone generator. It's essentially a solid state amplifier. It's not tube, and you know, it's pretty friggin' crazy. Right, powered by unicorn magic. That's probably right. That's probably right. If I'm honest, I miss my H&K, but it was so damn loud, and it was only 18 watts that I used on 1 watt through a 412. And dude, speaking of that, there's a output power switching on this. 200 watts, 20 watts, and 2 watts. I had it on 2 watts just now. So, you know, there you go. Excuse me. That was definitely a sparkling water brew. So yeah, aux in on this too. Yeah, there's just so much to do with this. It definitely makes the case for being this just out of this world versatile, power-packed, compact amplifier. And then Hughes and Kettner sent along, I don't know if we can catch it on the camera. Let me switch to my camera view. But right here, get rid of that, is a Hughes and Kettner TS112 speaker cab that matches to the Black Spirit 200. It has a Celestion creamback in it, and it uses the teal smalls, or teal small, something like that. It's a couple scientists, audiologists, physicists, some kind of scientists, some kind of ist, that they basically developed this audio projection technology, or audio projection enclosure that you know, creates a compact 112 cab. It can take up to 100 watts, though it can take this full 200 watt pretty well as well. Hey, Jay Steen is here. What's going on, buddy? Good to have you here. But yeah, they pair really nicely together. Just go ahead and plug this guy back in. I'll put him back on top of the cab. There we go. Nice little, of course, you know, the light up front panel is just cool as hell. And it's honestly super easy to dial in the kind of stuff that you're looking for. And I think the thing that is really the most interesting prospect of it for me is with those built-in effects and then the different sounds, working it into my setup in a way that I'll probably be able to, I could conceive of a universe, an alternate universe, where this would serve as the centerpiece of a rig that I would be very happy playing, because it sounds good, for one, and it takes pedals incredibly well, which we will see in just a little bit. So if you want to see you want to see more of this new gear, come on, guys. Let's get some more thumbs up, and let's see if we get some more people watching. Let's take that link and let's share that. Make sure that we get some more folks in on the fun. But it sounds really awesome, and I think we should take a listen to some more sounds from it. I'll kind of run you down some of the things that I've really enjoyed doing with it. So obviously the sound that we had at the top of the video. Using the Ultra channel, and the gain's like less than half, and that's more than enough than I need. Then the lead sound. Bit less gain, a little friendlier, maybe a little bit more open and not quite so compressed. And again, like I have the guitar knob, volume knob turned up all the way right now, and there's very little noise. That's that built-in noise gate really working for us. Yep, pretty awesome. The crunch is not bad. Decently dynamic as well. So you can clean it up. And you can do that with your fingers and your picking. So that's pretty cool. And then the clean sounds, which are really nice, really pretty. Go ahead and turn the gain down on that. Really good. Yes, as Riley just said, Jay, the power scaling is 220 and 2 watts. Switchable on the back of the amplifier. Really, really simple kind of stuff. Clean it up just a little bit more. And again, we have some of that built-in echo and the built-in reverb and even the noise gate going right now too. And here's the other thing too. Like, I'll go ahead and turn the noise gate up all the way and just strum this A chord. it just now like started choking it off. But that chord rang out for a pretty long time, longer than any chord that I tend to play in a song. So it's not like when you turn the noise gate up, like it's going to completely choke your sound. So that's nice. My uncle tried to get me to buy a Hughes and Kettner amp last time I saw him. Well, I will say that this particular Hughes and Kettner is really quite surprising. The most experience I have with a Hughes and Kettner is actually the Hughes and Kettner Pure Tone. The guys from Hughes and Kettner at when we did the first GitCon, they actually brought one from the storage, and I used that on a couple of videos, and it's fantastic. Probably one of the best pedal platform amps I've ever played. So, you know, I knew going into it, and then I've also been talking to Hunter from Agufish recently, and he just got a whole host of Hughes and Kettner amps in, and he's, you know, for him, the Tri-Amp was always like sort of his dream amp in a way. So, you know, I definitely know of what Hughes and Kettner is able to do. I know their quality, and I know basically what the kind of player that they appeal to, but I have not had much experience with them myself. So this is the first real intimate experience I've had, and I'm really pleasantly surprised by it. Riley asks if I've ever tried a Bad Cat amp. They have created a desktop tube stereo hybrid amp, has EF86 to 12AX7 tubes in the preamp, stereo power amp, and can power two 4x12 cabs. I have maybe tried a Bad Cat like years ago, not recently, and certainly not tried that one. But I have heard of it, and they're actually local to me, so maybe we can work something out. Let's see. Riley says the Tube Meisters take pedals really well, and the Tri-Amp is a dream amp next to the Rev and Victory VX100 and Rockerverb. All right. Well, maybe one day we'll see the Tri-Amp in the studio. Talking to Hunter and Richard from Hughes and Kettner, that's an amp they've been trying to work for like 4 years to get Hunter, so that he could make a video over on his Agufish channel. But I like this. Sounds really good. Clean sounds nice and full. There's really cool kind of like brown soundy sound-y-ish thing to the high end of it. So far I'm having a really good time with it. And that's part of it. And then they also sent along the foot switch for it, which is friggin' huge. But, you know, A, B, C, D, 4 preset sounds, bank up, bank down, tap tempo. There's some control jacks here for expression pedals, which is awesome. You can have it in stomp box mode or preset mode. And the thing is, robust AF. I mean, come on. What more could you want from a giant amp foot switch? So we got the whole package for the Black Spirit 200, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And hopefully, we'll be seeing it a lot more on the channel soon. Pretty sure I'm going to get to hang on to this one. Make me want a real Les Paul. Well, real Les Paul, that's a subjective thing. Epiphone Les Pauls are just as real as Gibson Les Pauls. So they're not totally unobtainable. 128 presets through MIDI. I believe so. There is a huge amount of presets that you can have on on the Black Spirit. I haven't even scratched the surface. I've just been kind of, playing around with it as I see fit. But yeah, there's a lot going on there, and it's pretty awesome. So one other package that arrived, and I've actually had this for a bit, and I repackaged it so you guys could see the full experience of this, are these brand new Crest Edition wireless headphones from Orange Amplifiers, which is awesome because I love Orange Amplifiers, and duh. And they're making these really cool wireless headphones right now. They work via Bluetooth. They also have an included cord so that you can just, you don't have to worry about it. Bluetooth obviously takes some charge, but let's take it out. Very nice little presentation here. Nice little box. On the inside, you have some little instructions on what exactly is what, because you can basically use these with your smartphone, and you can listen to music wirelessly on your smartphone or whatever device that has Bluetooth. There is a built-in microphone on this, so you can actually take calls with this. Go figure. Answer calls from a phone, not just dick around on Twitter or whatever. There is a cord for it, so if you don't want to use it wirelessly, normally I'm plugging these in. I'm not a huge Bluetooth headphone fan. I have my reasons. And then we have our USB charging cable. And then we have, in a nice little carrying case, the headphones, which are quite nice. Fairly hard, yet soft. Pliable, I guess is a word we can use. And then nestled right in there are the headphones. All folded up nice. They fit in there like that. Metal hinges on each side, and boom. There are the orange headphones. You can see the Muse and the Satyr on each side. And what's cool is when you power it on, and I believe this is the case even if you're not using the Bluetooth on it. I haven't tried it out with it charged up. I've just been checking them out wired. But this pad right here on the right side of the headphones is actually like a touch surface. So you tap to play, tap to pause or stop, swipe to fast forward, swipe to rewind, swipe up to increase the volume, swipe down to decrease the volume. You're able to pick up your phone calls with the button on the front right here. That's also your power button and your pairing button. For Bluetooth, there's a built-in microphone on this, so I might even give this a shot in the future when we do some live streams with some guests to see if the voice audio is worth a go. And they're actually quite comfortable and kind of hard to they actually decrease a lot of the sound around you. Hey, it's Ben Tom. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I do feel a little weird right now, but they're actually quite comfortable. There's some nice padding. I'm using them in a bunch of different situations, which I'll highlight when I am going to make a video about these and just talk about them briefly. But these are essentially, studio grade headphones. They have a frequency response of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Riley, they're not 100% noise canceling. They're not but then again, I haven't, powered them up and seen if that's part of it. So, give it a shot. Let's see. Just want to make sure. Cool headphones. Still got the D. The old Sonys. Those are good. Sony headphones are not bad. But I'm always on the lookout for, when companies enter the headphone space, especially now. One of the big pet peeves I have with a lot of the modern headphone companies is that they oftentimes overcompensate their innate EQ and their built-in curve to the sound. Obviously, people think like more bass equals more awesome, which more bass equals more hearing damage, especially when it comes to earbuds. Please do not get Beats by Dre. Please, the amount of bass that is produced by those headphones and those earbuds and goes directly into your eardrums at high volumes can hurt your ears, harm your hearing. So please take that into consideration. But I like a nice, even frequency response. I like something that I can use in a multitude of different situations, because I have my studio where I mix and edit video. I have downstairs in the office where I might listen to music or watch a YouTube video in headphones. I might have instances where more recent development since I got my PlayStation back in November is I've discovered that you can actually hook up a set of headphones to it, the controller, which is awesome. And you can actually feed the audio coming from the PlayStation, whether you're playing a game or if you're streaming anything off Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that. The audio then gets sent to the headphones, which is pretty awesome. So I've been using it in a bunch of different situations to see where it really excels, seeing if there's any instances where it really doesn't do all that well. So far, every situation that I've put it into, the headphones have performed really, really well. One of the most telling things is, on your phone, you can actually go into, at least on the iPhone, you can go into your specs and change the EQ of the audio that gets fed to your headphones. And I went back and forth between off and flat a bunch of times. And the difference between those two settings, which should be nothing, was nearly indecipherable. So that's pretty awesome. It means that they're very transparent headphones. What you're hearing is what you should be hearing. So that's awesome. So although that would be a little bit of a weird video to do because you're not really going to be able to hear anything, it'll just be more of a straight up review video, something different to try. But if you guys are in the market for a good quality pair of headphones, I think these are going to be ones that I would definitely recommend, something to look at. Wonder if one day Orange will make studio equipment. Well, in the past, they have made PA equipment. I believe back in the 60s and 70s, that was something they did. I think they even may have had a couple, soundboards. I don't know for certain. But a while ago, they made the OPC, which was basically a powerful audio production PC built into an enclosure that looked like an Orange amp. And you could actually play it as a standalone amp. It had a built-in speaker and everything. It was a pretty adventurous little thing. I remember talking to Charlie from Orange about it. I think he actually brought that up when he was on the show with us a little while back. So if you want to go check that out, the links are somewhere around there. But yeah, they've definitely dabbled in studio equipment. They've dabbled in a lot of different things. Orange is one of those companies that they have a core business and they do really, really well with it. But they're also willing to try some different things and move into different arenas because they work with a lot of different people. As Alex said when he was on the show about a month or so ago, maybe even 2 months ago. God, I don't even remember how long ago that was. Days are starting to blur together. A lot of artists that he signs come via recommendation from Guitar Techs. And you saw Orange with the Devo series for their amplifiers, where you could basically hot swap tubes without having to bias. They had the valve tester, which was a really handy tool. I believe Drew Foppy really liked that a lot. And yeah, they're always doing stuff. They're always trying to think somewhat outside the box. I think we definitely saw that with them taking Danny Gomez's pedal USB interface and turning that into a product. So we have the OMEC teleport now. It'll be interesting to see what they do with OMEC again, now that it seems like that's going to be a label and a brand that they're going to want to, you know, sort of bring back a little bit. So I'm excited for it, but they do a really good job. They don't half-ass anything. They don't half-ass anything. And that's nice. Not many companies do. That's a story for another day. Well, we've been going for a while now. Got 20 minutes before we reach a full hour streaming. I think we should get to the main event of the gear arrivals. What's in the backs? I want to know if anybody has any guesses as to what's in the backs. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody watching right now have a guess? What's in the black box? No guesses? None? None whatsoever? Custom Keeley pedal? No. No, not custom Keeley pedal. Come on, there's 7 people watching. 8 people watching. Main event of the gear show off. What do you think it is? Somebody's going to find out. Somebody's gotta know. What if I just showed you? No? Maybe? Come on, there's 8 of you watching. I know somebody's got to have an idea of what this is. It's a big black box. What could it possibly be? All right, I'll just show you. That should give you a clue. If you can't figure out what it is already by now, I don't know what it is. I don't know what to tell you. So I'll just go ahead and open it. I'll just go ahead and open it. Bring it out into the open. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Automaton is in the house. And I'm excited. I am really, really, really excited. This is another one of those things that came earlier this week, and I've already been spending quite a bit of time with the preamp Mark II Chase Bliss Automaton. This thing is every bit as awesome as I hoped it would be. And so I've been spending a lot of time getting to know it, trying to figure it out, and see where exactly it's going to work itself into the rotation. Whether or not this is going to be something that makes the board, I can't say yet. If it's something that I can center a rig around, I can't say yet. But what I can say is that it's a tool that I didn't realize would be as inspirational as it has become. Not a wah, but it can be a wah if it wants to. That's funny. Yep, it totally can be a wah if it wants to. So, I think we should power it up. And we should hear some stuff. Oh, did you see that? Oh, it moves. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's just, oh, it's so cool. I love flying faders. Oh, I love flying faders so much. Hey, Dwight, just in time for the Chase Bliss Automaton. All right, so we should plug this in and we should, you know, hear some stuff, right? I think we should do that. So I'm going to do that. Now keep in mind, we're not doing any sort of crazy ramping. We're not doing any sort of crazy MIDI trickery. This is all just This is all just things that I've conjured up on my own with this and been having fun with. What up, Mickey? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining in. So that was a little fuzz sound that I conjured up. That sounded pretty fucking awesome. Here is something. Some sort of little thin kind of tone I came up with. Versus our clean sound. Just something a little different, change up the character of the amplifier. I'd bring up the pedals so that you could see where the faders on it are, but unfortunately, patch cables are short. So, you know, first world problems. If you dig in, you could get... Or... Yeah, Riley, it kind of is just a tone enhancer in a way. And that's kind of what preamps are supposed to do. Preamps are essentially another, you know, step in tone shaping. Preset number 2, which is a little bit cleaner. It's more meant to be just like an overall warming kind of thing. Actually, I think this is the preset that they say they call the tone pony. Which if you do put 2 and 2 together, tone pony, and a pedal, you can kind of guess. Yes, Riley, exactly. The Empire wishes that it could clone it. Let's see, another little gainy preset. It's got like this really peaky mid-range thing going on. Another preset, very big. Just really kind of meaty stuff, not a whole lot of high end, but plenty of like fuzzy attack. It can get really chewy, Riley. It can. I'm glad that that's coming across in the video. I think this preset is something that they're like, hey, it's kind of like a blackface twin. That's the pedal on. Pedal off. So there's a little bit of boost going on there. See, another one. This is kind of flat. So it's just kind of a subtle, gritty thing. If we take it off, you can bump up the gain a little bit. Make everything basically is like slight variations of around halfway up the fader. This one. This is like a gated fuzz. I think this is their I think this is the preset they call Pumpkins. Pretty cool. Next one. Ooh, that one's fun. That's basically another, scoop. crazy. And final loaded preset. And just had to finish it off with mine. What is there really to say about this pedal that I probably haven't said already, or that I could potentially say about it? It's awesome. It is pricey. I'm not going to lie on that front. So I think the question is going to eventually be whether or not I think it's worth the high price tag of this. So obviously I've had less than a week with it. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. It'll be interesting to see what more I can get out of it than I've already gotten. And if it's going to, you know, for you guys out there that might be interested in one of these, is that going to be versatile enough to justify the price tag? So there's a bunch of situations in which I actually want to use this. I haven't gotten the chance to yet. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because there's a lot of stuff that I have to do this weekend. We will be seeing this video. I will be testing this more. But I will say, as of right now, I am having an absolute blast with this. It is a fantastically well-made pedal. I know that a lot of work went into this to make it work the way that they wanted it to work, to make it into something that could really be not only a product that they could sell, but that you guys, when you actually go and buy something like this, that you're actually going to be able to use it intuitively. You're not going to have to consult a whole big, long manual in order to have fun with it. I think that you will definitely be able to have a lot of fun with this. But I will say this much. As of right now, I like the tone of Benson amps, and that's essentially what this is. It's a Benson Chimera, I believe, preamp. The Benson preamp pedal is basically one of the preamps of their amplifiers shrunken down into a pedal. And it basically starts with that, adds the Condor's mid-range EQ, and a whole host of other cool things that these buttons can do. I didn't even talk about those. But yeah, it's been a pretty epic new gear week between the Black Spirit, the Automaton preamp, the headphones. We've gotten a lot of cool stuff in. There's stuff that I can't show you right now. I'll be able to show you in the near future, but I just can't show you right now. But it is awesome. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out. I think it's going to be a lot of stuff that you guys will be interested in. And hopefully, as 2020 closes out, we'll have a lot more fun on the channel, at the very least. The world situation will improve, and that we'll be able to all hang out again, and we'll all recover. We'll all be well, and the world will be a better place to be. But that is neither here nor there for now, but we are getting to that time where it is time for me to bid you adieu. I do want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. It was awesome to have you. I had a lot of fun showing off this gear with you. If you want to see some of this stuff, please use the comment section, use the chat. Let me know what you're most looking forward to. I will do my best to try to get those videos out as soon as possible, but there is a lot of stuff. Keep that in mind. But there's a way that you can see it before it even goes up on YouTube. That's by going on Patreon, patreon.com/Sean Pierce Johnson. Help support the channel. Get access to the content before anybody else. There's also going to be, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be uploading some videos that I do not want to share publicly. They are just going to be shared with my Patreon backers. So if you want to see some exclusive content, that is the place to go to. I'm going to be delving back into my library and showing you some of the more embarrassing things, I think I could say. For the time being, if you're watching this on the replay or if you joined in live for the first time and you enjoyed yourself and you had fun, thank you so much for joining in. Please do give this video a thumbs up. Become a subscriber. Click the subscribe button. Ring the notification bell. This Saturday, Stompbox Saturday, returns with the Westminster Effects Chrysostom Chorus, and I will see you all next week, same bat time, same bat channel, right here for SPJ Live with Andy Kim of Sinusoid Cables. We'll be talking custom cables, guitar cables, all sorts of cable nerdery, and maybe have some surprises for you. But that's not for me to say now. We will see you next week, and until then, I wish you all great tone, good health, and happy stomping. Cheers, everybody. See you next week.